So every Sunday, either it's after or before church, there's a bookstore um, near where I go, and I'm always in there after church, and I'm generally looking in the Christian section or the arts section, or if a specific topic had been brought up during the sermon, I might go research that. But anyway, I came to a revelation today that a bookstore is a very, very risky place to be, um, especially for those who like to read. Go figure, right? But let me explain. The the amount of sources in a bookstore equate to the amount of good and evil in the world. Um, you know, you've heard that in books, people. Someone once said that tell me what you read, and I'll show you who you are, or something like that. I mean, the impact that literature has, the impact that the Bible has had on my life, the impact that God and Him being the divine creator. Words are a powerful thing, and though nothing is stronger than the Spirit of God, it bothers me to see how close trouble is to our faith. Now, you can take that metaphorically or as literally as you want, but let me explain what I mean by that straight to the point. I always head to the Christian section and I look at the latest authors, and I've bought some good books there. But naturally, wandering through the aisles, on the exact other side of the Christian and the Bibles and the Francis Chans and the Rick Warrens and the Spurgeons, on the other side of that, you have miscellaneous, different assorted religions and spiritualities and philosophies and whatnot on the other side. And it really put the image into my head of angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, because wherever good is, evil is nearby. I mean, with the exception of course, heaven. But, in the book of Job, the devil himself stated he's wandering from ranging the earth, looking for someone to torment, basically. And I truly believe that when we go into places like this where there is that diversity, that we need to be focused on what we came in there for. Because, several times in the Bible it says to beware of these things. It says beware of those evil or the false prophets, or beware of those who want you to obey their false teachings. And it's as simple as a catchy cover on a book. It's an eye-catching cover, or it's a great introductory line. And what bothers me is that some of us, the only thing separating the books from good and not good, or evil, I would say, if you will, is about a 3/4 inch piece of plywood. So that's why I think one of the most dangerous places that we can be today is in a bookstore. With that said, there are Christian bookstores. I frequent Lifeway. That's just the one near me. Now, I understand with that you wouldn't have that problem. But you can relate this to so much more than a bookstore. You have that thin border that separates good from evil. And at any time, as we know, because we're born from a sinful nature, we are oftentimes teetering on that borderline between good and evil, between sin and not sinning. Not saying that anyone is sinless, but we're made decisions every single day. And in the bookstore, it's a clear example with the plywood, but in your life, it's just as delicate of a matter. So what I would say to that is to be on guard at all times, because evil can creep its way in through the pages of a book or through a friend or acquaintance. And if you're not prepared for that, if you don't know where your faith is, and you're not standing strong in your faith, as Jude talks about, beware. Also in 2 Peter, beware of what is around you and where you came from. You came from God, the creator of the universe, and what you desire to do, and that's to follow and get to know Him better. So don't be distracted by things that are pleasing to the eye but will be detrimental to the spirit.